this is Manin Rabu from Batam. I love listening to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
I'm Sela Sadakau from Vatukola. I only listen to Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Golaganaka, I'm Vale and I'm working at Golden Grove Resort, and I love listening to Gold FM because it plays a really wide range of classic music.
I'm Saini Sakio from Kashmir Lotoka. I like Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Gold FM, only the classic hits.
Good evening, I'm Amrita Priyadarshini and this is FBC News. Tonight, Women's Minister calls on families to respect and care for elderly. Recognizing the sacrifices of single mothers. And family loses everything in early morning blaze. A somber message has been sent out to people who abandon elderly family members in aged care homes. As Fijians marked Mother's Day, Women's Minister Rosie Akbar has called on people to be more caring and responsible towards their elders.
Happy Mother's Day to everybody.
These elderly women live in government-run aged care homes. Their Mother's Day wishes came from Minister Rosie Akbar, her family and staff from the ministry.
We have seen families come crying when a loved one passes away. Why cry later? Why cry later? No, when you can share their joys and their smiles now. So just a simple message, not only for those families that have, I've said in the morning, they have dumped, they have discarded, they have ditched their mothers. That is wrong.
Akbar has made a plea to the children of these women. Step up and take responsibility for their care. So much so that a ministry is ready to help any family which wants to take elderly parents back in their care.
We have 72 mothers who need homes. And I know the homes are out there somewhere. Somewhere a child is listening. Somewhere a family is listening. Please, no? Come and join us. And let us give our mothers and grandmothers the dignity and the respect that they deserve, particularly at this fragile stage of their life.
The minister visited elderly mothers in Lambasa this morning, then took out time for these senior citizens in Suva and ended Mother's Day in Lotoka with other women living under state care. Akbar says her ministry will never give up on mothers who've spent their lives caring for their children.
You share a very special bond with your mothers. You share a very special relationship with your mothers. So when they become old, why do you think they are burdens? These ladies are not any burden to us on the state. We will look after them. We will put their interest at the heart, and that's the core business of my ministry.
There are 72 mothers living in aged care homes run by the government. Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Being a mother is challenging, but the rewards are well worth the sacrifice. That's the belief of Mirioni Andi, who raised 6 children single-handedly after her husband passed away. Seniani Boila caught up with Mirioni, who still lives in the same house where her children grew up.
Living in a squatter settlement in Raiwanga, Suva for 42 years, Mirioni Andi did whatever she could to raise her children well.
We were here since 1974. My husband has passed away in 1998. When my youngest son was in Form 1, now he is a British Army officer. I always sell roti, jam and other things to financially assist my 6 children.
Mirioni had a stall at the supermarket, but she also went from office to office selling roti parcels and other food items. This is how she put her children through primary school and high school, fed them, clothed them, and gave them the best life she could. Her children's faces was a source of strength and motivation during those years of struggles.
I always try my best to provide for my 6 children. They are a motivation to me every day. Now my children are all working and are having families. They all will never forget those days, and I've asked them not to let their children face those struggles.
Meanwhile, Yarawa Wesley Church in Nambosuva also paid tribute to mothers.
Yes, it's Mother's Day. We celebrate, we eat, we celebrate. I just thank God.
Praise God for what's happening around the nation right now, especially with mothers.
No, normally it's always a celebration where, all mothers just brings out the best.
Blessed Mother's Day to you all from Yarawa Wesley Methodist Church.
Mother's Day is a celebration honoring the mother of the family, as well as motherhood, maternal bond, and the influence of mothers in society. Mother's Day was first celebrated in 1908. Sainia Nimboila, FBC News.
A 45-year-old woman of Ba has died in an accident at Tavarao Ba along the Kings Road. The deceased was a passenger in one of the cars that were involved in the accident yesterday afternoon. 3 other passengers are admitted at the Lautoka Hospital in critical condition. Police are once again warning drivers to drive with extreme care and follow the road rules. The road death toll now stands at 16. The government is adamant that the audio-visual industry is vital in growing the economy. Attractive tax rebates have been on offer for a number of years now, and Minister for Industry FIJIANS says the film industry in Fiji will only get stronger and bigger. Ellen Stoltz has the story.
Most production houses which film on location here spend big on goods and services, and Minister FIJIANS says this helps businesses, which in turn benefits average Fijians.
The global value for filmed entertainment is forecasted to be around US $104 million by 2019, and this is expected to be fueled by the increasing Chinese entertainment.
Koya says filmmakers will be more inclined to travel to Fiji. Training our young people in school is the way forward.
A successful film industry relies on a good base, and that's what we're trying to do right now, is to build that base, grow it, upskill, increase the resources.
The minister says money spent on production.
A family of 6 is homeless after a fire early this morning. The incident happened at Vama Place in Narerenesinu at around 8 a.m. The 4-bedroom house belonging to a 62-year-old retired school teacher has been completely destroyed by fire. No one sustained injuries in the incident. It is believed the fire started from the kitchen after a pot of yams that was being cooked using firewood was left unattended. Police investigation continues. Coming up on FPC News, counting the costs, Education Ministry still adding up cyclone damage. A new Miss World Fiji crowned last night.
I'm Sarah, I'm from Tafwa, and I love listening to Today FM rocks.
My name is Freddy, I'm from Gamiatong. I listen to Mario on the traffic jam every afternoon.
Hi, my name is Salah, I live in Asinu. Today FM rocks.
My name is Denasa and I'm from Lautoka, and I love listening to Today FM.
My name is Ulamila, I work at Golden Point Resort. I love listening to Today FM, it rocks in Raki Raki.
I'm Mary from Mandera. I love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
We love listening to Today FM. Today FM rocks.
Today's hit music.
Welcome back to FPC News. Now, the Ministry of Finance is working closely with the Education Ministry in getting the full estimation from the engineers on the cost of damages suffered by the education sector after Cyclone Winston. Education Minister Dr. Mahendra Reddy says while some rehabilitation works have already begun, more private institutions and NGOs have come forward and shown interest in adopting a school. Sharon Shivan reports.
At least 229 schools will need immediate repair works after the destructive cyclone Winston. For the Education Ministry, it's not just sit and talk, but works have already begun.
RMPF engineers as well as Ministry of Infrastructure people have begun work on 30 schools, which is the list was given to PM's office. So that work has started. So that 30 schools have started. Some of them are quite major, sustained major damage, like Nandarepatu High School. That will, the construction will take place for over a period of, let's say, 3 months.
Meanwhile, Indonesia, who through the Adopted School initiative has adopted the Queen Victoria School in Tailevu, have started preliminary works.
The Indonesian military engineers, they will determine whether they have to demolish the building and start from the scratch, or they can maintain the same floor and walls and do the construction. So that's what needs to be decided this week.
Dr. Reddy hopes that more schools will be adopted through the government's Adopted School initiative to help reduce the ministry's $62 million burden left behind by severe tropical cyclone Winston. Sharin Shivan, FBC News.
The Fijian government aims to have volunteers in every part of the Pacific in the next 3 to 5 years. This was highlighted by the Minister for Employment Semi Koroi-Lavisau at the signing of a Memorandum of Understanding or MOU between Fiji and Vanuatu. The MOU will allow retired Fijian teachers in Vanuatu to continue their work for another 2 years. Koroi-Lavisau says Fiji would like to share its skills with her Pacific neighbours as part of their engaging with the Pacific commitment.
Basically, we have a lot of school teachers that are retiring at 55, and we are encouraging them to be posted to other Pacific islands, provide the human resources that is required. They're very experienced teachers. They're still able to work for another 5 to 10 years.
A number of retired civil servants have already been dispatched to smaller Pacific Island countries as teachers, nurses and other skilled professions. Pooja Priyanka has been crowned Miss World Fiji 2016 and will represent Fiji at the 66th Miss World International Pageant in December. Nanise Ramboiliku was second runner-up, while Vika Fifita came in third at the event in Suva last night. Ellen Stoltz tells us more.
Following the crowning ceremony at the Grand Pacific Hotel last night, an excited Pooja Priyanka told FBC News that the journey had been a blessing and that she could not have done it without the support of her family and friends.
I would like to say thank you so much to the people of Fiji who have supported me so much and shared their love and blessed me in every way possible, and I just thank you so much. I am so blessed.
The 24-year-old scooped most of the awards that were up for grabs last night, including Multimedia Award, Best Talent, Top Model and the Best Evening Gown.
She always wanted to win pageants. She's taken part in various pageants, and like she's wanting to go into Bollywood. That's her dream. So this is just a step to reach to that target.
Proud father Panil Prakash says he knows the hard work that his daughter put in to get this far.
She sacrificed her work actually to take a leave without pay and stuff to come to this contest, and she was always looking forward to win this contest, and we were all very proud to see that she was going forward to that, and we always supported her.
Priyanka now begins planning for the 66th Miss World contest. Ellen Stoltz, FBC News.
A mother's sacrifice has inspired the first non-Itoke commanding officer to lead a peacekeeping mission to Sinai. And tonight's successful Fijian segment, Ritika Pratap speaks to Lieutenant Colonel Avinish Kumar.
Successful Fijians is brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
Fancied the military life.
Being enlisted in the Republic of the Fiji Military Forces was a dream come true for Lieutenant Colonel Avinish Kumar.
I decided to join the military is because as a child I actually fancied the military life. And when the opportunity sprang for me to give it a go, and I decided I'll give it a go and see how it works out, and it did pan out well for me so far, and I'm actually enjoying my career.
Lieutenant Colonel Kumar joined the military in 1998 and a year later went to New Zealand for officer cadet training. He graduated as a second lieutenant.
Since then I've been actually undergoing various military training as well as holding various appointments. That is basically, and so far last year I just completed the next step in terms of the military career, which was the Command and Staff College in New Zealand, and graduated last year in December.
Kumar has 4 sisters and a younger brother. Being raised by a single mother was never easy.
So my mom raised us up, all of the children, and we actually had a hard upbringing, but the interesting thing was it was a good fact of life. It taught us a lot of lessons and basically told us that every time if you work harder you will achieve success, and after you achieve success you must remain humble in order to continue on your path of progress.
For 37-year-old Kumar, his inspiration in life has always been his 67-year-old mum, Nand Kumari.
When I saw her every day, making sure the ends were met and made sure that we managed to get to school and provided us for everything in terms of our school tuition fees and so forth. It was an inspiration itself. A single woman can be able to do that. As myself, as young, energetic, educated, I should be able to do far greater than what she did.
The Lieutenant Colonel left for Sinai on Wednesday, leading a battalion of 338 soldiers. He is the first non-E-Toke commanding officer for any such mission.
It requires a lot of hard work and dedication for you to reach this far. There are various courses which you're required to attend, which most officers attend during their career, and you have to hold various appointments in order for you to be able to lead a battalion.
For this young officer, leading a battalion has been a career goal since joining the military.
Those who will actually get the chance, they're the lucky ones, so all of them aspire to become a battalion commander, and for me to be given that opportunity, it's basically something that as a young officer you decide that I want to do this one day, and when been given, it feels privileged that you've got that opportunity.
The 2FIR commanding officer says the military has a lot of career choices for those who may be interested to join.
So it's not only people standing with weapons. Military offers you a lot of different perspectives. You can be a doctor, you can be a lawyer, you can be a logistician, a manager, administrator, so forth, even an engineer. But it's only up to them. If they want to be basically doing hard work, they're dedicated, then the military life is for them.
Spending a year in Sinai with hundreds under his command, Kumar has huge responsibilities on his shoulders.
My personal goal whilst on duty is to basically make sure that all the troops that are being deployed under my command are able to serve successfully for one whole year and return safely back to their families without anybody getting injured or hurt in the process or for any other reasons.
And on this Mother's Day, Kumar has paid tribute to the sacrifices of women around the world.
So happy Mother's Day to her and all the mothers in Fiji, and thank you for their contribution towards the children.
Ritika Pratap, FBC News.
Successful Fijians was brought to you by the Fiji Development Bank, your partner in progress.
And Fiji clinches Oceania volleyball crown. This and more after the break.
Ongonia saurara ondo wulwul tagituna na TV ni na market e tawa ondo talita na warronga na Bula FM na magduwa na siya Bula na Fiji na ko plasyo matairi ngon mai na bulo tabiuni au satu ko nanti ondo talita na warrongo na Bula FM
Bula FM number 2 en seri.
Welcome to FBC Sports. And the Vodafone Fiji Bati side went down to a fiery Papua New Guinea outfit, losing 24-22 in the Pacific Test in Australia last night. It was not the sort of performance that coach Mick Potter would have wanted in his first international outing, with the national side with the Kumals prevailing over their high-ranked opponents. The Fiji white men's side were crowned the Oceania Volleyball Championship winners last night at Vodafone Arena in Suva after beating New Caledonia by 3-2 in an epic final. The Masirai Tuku-led side lost the opening set but stormed back to win the second set. New Caledonia, the defending champions, won the third set before Fiji secured the fourth set, sending the game into the fifth and final decider. Fiji proved too strong, winning by 25-18 to clinch the gold medal. Earlier in the women's final, Fiji white defeated New Caledonia also by 3-2. The Fiji blue men's and women's side defeated their Samoan counterparts to win the bronze medal playoffs. Fiji's win in the regional competition earns the country a spot in the Asian Volleyball Championship next year. Lomaiviti won the Suva Netball Association knockout competition yesterday, defeating Vayasana Cactus 15-10 in the final. Led by former national captain and Suva Netball president Vasiti Vungakoto, Lomaiviti proved too strong for the young Vayasana outfit, which featured Fiji Pearls reps Nina Zirikisuva and Sarah Dakutonga.
Has been a good turnout, better than we expected. Given the time frame that we were given, we're a newly elected committee, and taking on from last year's committee, we've had big shoes to fill. So today we're very happy with the turnout from the teams. There has been 3 new teams, which is a big bonus for us, and we look forward to a great season.
In the semi-finals, Lamai Viti beat Tangimothea Flames 26-11, while Veyasana overcame Wardens 2014. The season proper gets underway next weekend. And in the lone Vodafone Premier League match this weekend, competition leaders Lautoka were held to a 1-1 draw against Nandi at Prince Charles Park. In the Vodafone Senior League Southern Zone games in Suva, Navua beat Northland Tailevu, while Tailevu Neta Siri and Nasinu played to a goalless draw. Rewa River and the Nassori town came to life yesterday for the annual HMS No Comeback Bilimbiliathon race. The event, which serves as an awareness campaign on living a healthy lifestyle and crime prevention, started with a 2-day 5-kilometer journey from Nanganivatu village in Neta Siri, ending up at the Rewa Bridge in Nassori.
Reviving our traditional mode of transport, long treasured by the people of Neta Siri, together we promote wellness. We want to say thank you to the Ministry of Health for their support, and the Fiji Police Force, the community policing, do about the concept that we promote free crime-free community.
The Chiefs have slipped to second spot on the Super Rugby standings after their 26-13 loss to the Highlanders last night. Fijian winger Waisak Naholo led the Highlanders charge by scoring 2 tries to hand the Chiefs their second loss of the season. It was a historic day for Leicester City football, having defeated Everton 3-1 this morning before being presented with the English Premier League trophy. Jamie Vardy scored twice for City, with long-serving player Andy King also inking his name on the score sheet to bag Leicester's first title in its 132-year history. In other results, Manchester United, Crystal Palace, Sunderland, Swansea also recorded victories, while Newcastle, Aston Villa, Bournemouth and West Brom played to a draw. It was perfect weather for Mother's Day picnic over most parts of the country today. A trough of low pressure lies just to the north of Fiji. A broad easterly wind flow prevails over most southwest Pacific Island countries. Well, temperatures in all centres were in their low 30s. We take a look at tomorrow. Cloudy periods with some showers about the eastern parts and interior of the larger islands. Fine apart from isolated afternoon or evening showers elsewhere. Moderate to rough seas are expected. As for Tuesday, it should be mainly fine. Recapping the headlines. Woman dies in road accident in Tavaraumba. Nasinu family loses everything in early morning fire. And Pooja Priyanka crowned Miss World Fiji 2016. For these stories and others, you can tune in daily to our sister radio station, Gold FM. On to this week's poll question. Is it right for SADELPA to try and bring back the GCC? Do answer on our FPC website. Send us newsworthy pictures and videos on email citizens@fpc.com.fj or share it with us via our Facebook page FPC News. And if you're on Twitter, follow and tweet us your news tips at FPC News or hashtag FPC News. You've been watching FPC News. Good night.
आपको खरगंगा की रंजिला का नमस्कार। रेडियो फिजी की सुंदर सुंदर यादों का खजाना एकदम बचपन के दिन याद करा देते हैं।
हमारा नाम जोनी नायडू है, हम रहता है मलोलो में और हम टैक्सी ड्राइवर है। हम सब टाइम अपन टैक्सी में रेडियो फिजी सुनता प्रोग्राम।
हम सिंगाटोका के हैं, हमारा नाम है रोजी। हम लोग यहाँ पे रेडियो फिजी 2 सुनता है।
राम राम, मैं रेमस प्रसाद बोलता हूँ, तब वतन में कोई रहता हूँ। मैं जब भी सुना रेडियो फिजी 2 ही सुनता हूँ।
रेडियो फिजी 2 देश की धड़कन।